All right, I believe we're recording. Hello everyone, welcome back. I'd like to welcome a very special guest today, Mr. Santos Bonacci. Welcome, brother. How are you?
Really good, thank you, brother. Doing as good as I can be here in Mexico. Uh, Flat out posting, really busy. Like I'm doing, I guess, 16 hours a day behind the computer. It's
Wow.
pretty on my eyes.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right. Well, the reason I asked you to come on today is I felt like, especially now during these times, everyone is looking for answers on what the hell is going on. And today, I hope that we can give people some of these answers to various topics that have been lied to us about. And there are other forces behind the scene manipulating what information we're getting and what the truth really is. Now, let's start off with the main topic we'll talk about today, the coronavirus. What is the coronavirus and where did it come from? Does it come from animals like they say, or is it 5G, or is it from a lab like a lot of people are conspiracy theorists are theorizing?
All right, this is a biggie, and it needs to be dealt with good intelligence and truth. That's how we need to tackle this subject, because there is very little of this in the media, deliberately, willfully, intentfully. And the reason is because the people behind it, whether it's a virus, whether it's 5G technology, whatever it is, the people behind it are the most decrepit, degenerate, and evil pieces of shit in the universe. And they are here on our plane. I would call them demons, demons of hell. And at the very top, we need to understand, is the Vatican and its three corporations: the Holy See, the Roman Curia, and the Vatican. The Pope is at the very top of this, seeking his new world order, and all the degenerate, demonic, elite families who have their names all over the Vatican. You'll see their names: Borgia, Borghese, Orsini, Farnese, Pallavicini, the Rothschilds. They are all in this big corporation, and they are the murderous entities who have usurped, co-opted all governments of the world. And now we have a one world order whereby everywhere you are, there is lockdowns, because all of the feeble, degenerate, sellout governments have sold their souls to this new world order, and they are following the directives from the Pope and his army, the Jesuits, and their army, the Freemasons, the Rotary Club, and all of these organizations. I can give you a list which is almost never ending. You would be surprised. Start at the Pope, and they go all the way down to our kindergartens, infiltrating those organizations. All the churches, they all follow the directives of the Pope to bring about a new world order of satanic degeneracy. And I'm here with my work to expose them. And this is how you expose them properly. At the top, the Pope wears a triara, or a trirenium, which means he is the ruler of three kingdoms. And those kingdoms rule over your soul, your spirit, your soul, and your body. And how they do this is, at the top, the system is ecclesiastical. Underneath ecclesiastical is economical, political. You have a triangle. At the top is ecclesiastical. You must understand this. Everyone needs to understand this, because a lot of people are pointing to the economy, the politicians, and that's not where you need to point. You need to point at the top. It is an inquisition. We are still under the Inquisition. In 1965, you go to Wikipedia, you will see in Wikipedia, hang on, it's best if you don't say anything, because I'll just get this out, because we've got duplexing, I've got slow internet here, and every time you say yep, it just sends me back 10 seconds. Just hang on. Right. Sorry, brother, it's just a technical thing, otherwise it'll be okay. I'm getting echo, and my internet is very, very slow, and it just, what happens is that when you speak, the duplexing nullifies my speech, and I don't know whether I'm being heard or not. So just let me finish this. This is very important, very, very important, because no one out there understands this as well as probably a handful of people, including me, and I don't know why this is. We are under an inquisition. In 1965, 2 years after I was born, the name of the Inquisition was changed to the Congregation of the Faith. No, sorry. Start again. The Congregation of the Doctrine of the Faith. Now, let me just pull up the article in Wikipedia, because I want to tell you what it was called. Just punch in Inquisition, anyone who's listening, in quiz. I'm a slow typer, especially when my eyes are failing me because of all of this internet work I'm doing. So let's have a look at this. Third paragraph, I'll read it. With the exception of the Papal States, the Inquisition, the institution of the Inquisition was abolished in early 19th century. After the Napoleonic Wars in Europe and the Spanish-American Wars of Independence in the Americas, the institution survived. Oh, wow. How could it survive? Surely it was poor and didn't have enough money and adherents and supporters to survive such an evil piece of shit institution. And it says here, the institution survived as part of the Roman Curia. That's the corporation that I mentioned before, a blasphemous, degenerate organization filled with adrenochrome pedophiles, all the popes, all the cardinals, all the bishops, the degenerate pedophiles, murderers of children that exist on this plane. And it says, in 1908, it was renamed the Supreme Sacred Congregation of the Holy Office. So that's 1908. And 16 years later, 1965, it became the Congregation for the Doctrine of the Faith. Well, doesn't that sound so lovely and kind? We're a congregation of the doctrine of the faith. And we are going to shove a 4x4 up your ass, and we are going to rule your ass with vaccines, chips, 5G technology, oppression. We're going to jail you. We're going to drag your kids out. Exactly the same as the Inquisition. And how they do this is they enable stupid, unconscious, useful idiots like the police force, the army, your neighbour. Your neighbour is now told, oh, if you see your neighbour going over the road to have a coffee with their neighbours, or not being more than 6 foot away from them, you make sure you dob them in, and you be a good little enforcer of the Vatican, who is going to kill them first, and then they are going to kill you, you fucking useful idiot, because that's how they treat you, stupid people who follow the orders of the Vatican and the Inquisition. There are two kinds of people, Julian, in the world. Useless eaters, which they will murder first, all the old people that go to hospital with symptoms of the coronavirus, they get injected, they get put on ventilators, they get murdered first. The the useless eaters, they are the first ones. Then the police and the nurses and all of these care people who are such good people in the hospitals, the ones that inject these poor people and murder them, they are called useful idiots. Yes, all you nurses out there, you stupid, fucking, degenerate idiots. You are an army for the Inquisition. You policemen, which we call pigs because you eat too much pork and you are pigs, and you are beating people up, tasering them and putting them in jail, you stupid, useful idiots, you will be dealt with eventually, because you are the enforcers and the enablers of the Vatican Inquisition. Yes, you haven't checked, have you? You think you're a fact checker and you think you're doing a good thing by serving these stupid, degenerate lockdown orders. Just wait to see what's coming for you. Not only are you going to go to hell on this plane, but when you die, which you will, by the same people who are making you the enforcers of their evil, degenerate laws, you will go to hell with them, because the mob, including me, are coming for your asses, and justice is a-coming. Watch out. There you go. That's what I wanted to say, because I know the truth and I know what's going on. I'm no stupid vaccinated idiot. I don't get vaccinated. When my son was born 28 years ago, I did not vaccinate him, you degenerate, murderous bastards who want to put formaldehyde in your children and kill them, thimerosal, mercury, aluminum, aborted baby fetus, which they nicely call MRC/5 cell line. They actually put murdered, aborted baby fetus in vaccines, and then they inject them in the hospitals and murder and harm little children with these evil, disgusting vaccines. Most of the intelligent people of the earth, they know that vaccines are murderous. We have what's called an immune system. That's what I have, and it's kept me alive for 57 years without having to take vaccines. And I don't get flus. I don't get none of the shit that you people get who have been vaccinated. And my son right now is posting on Facebook how proud he is that his father was not an idiot vaccinating him. And he is the healthiest person I know, because how to get unhealthy is to take big pharma drugs, because they all come from the Vatican. The Vatican owns all the pharmaceutical corporations, Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson, Monsanto, that are murdering people, poisoning the food, poisoning everything, poisoning the media, poisoning children with transgender, disgusting, demonic sexual teachings. Time to stop these motherfuckers. Time now. People of the world, intelligent ones, because the stupid ones won't listen. Because why? Because there is no cure for stupidity. And my most popular quote that I speak all the time is, stupid is stupid. And the most stupid people, the useful idiots, are the nurses and doctors who are traffickers of these drugs, the policemen who actually go and put people in jail in psych wards and hurt them because they are intelligent and don't want to be dominated and ruled by these demonic forces. So they will be the first ones that will go to hell, and you will go to hell, and you will never escape this. Absolutely, you never, ever, ever will. You will go to hell, all you enforcers of this demonic New World Order that wants to come but will not, because higher powers in the heavens will ensure that they will fail, and you will fail. Povey Poo, this is a message to you, Bergoglio, Pope Francis. You motherfucker, you, the mob is coming for your fat ass, and you are going to be chipped, and your fat, ugly ass is going to be vaccinated, and you will be in jail one day, and all your degenerate fucking demonic adrenochrome pieces of shit cardinals who are behind all of this, watch out, motherfuckers. You're gone. Your times are coming, because we're coming for you, and so are the heavens. We're not going to take it. Freedom. Freedom from degeneracy. That is my message, and that will be sung from the rooftops. And one day soon, when you're gone and in jail, we will be playing music and dancing and rejoicing on a prosperous, healthy, abundant, peaceful, and happy earth. Thank you very much.
Wow, that is a lot of information, and it is all so true. Now, I guarantee you, I 100% guarantee there will be idiots, absolute fucking idiots, who will say, oh, this is full of shit. Where's he getting his proof from? Blah, 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 blah. Well, like you said, idiots will be idiots. Stupid is stupid. And when I was first waking up to all of this, I've been vaccinated because I didn't know any better, and I can't help that now, but now I can, and never again will I be vaccinated. Never will I vaccinate my children, and all my friends, family. I will try to advise them against it. 2 years ago, around the last time I got my vaccination, when I was still in school, I was telling people all about mercury and all the fetuses and how harmful it is to the body. And you know what they did? They laughed. And they said, oh, you're so stupid. Where you conspiracy theorist, you. And I just say, idiots. Honestly, we'll be having the last laugh in the end.
Here's how to immunize your body. Real medicine, cannabis oil, vitamin C, bicarb soda. The list goes on. I mean, I've shared all the protocols that will make you healthy. I'm 57, and I've only had one headache in my life. The stupid ones who go taking big pharma, they're the ones who've got arthritis, diabetes, heart disease, asthma, piles, ugliness, degeneracy, stupidity. How to avoid that is to just enable your immune system. That's how we were made. We are divine. We can protect ourselves from all of these things. So what I want to emphasize is people need to wake up. The Inquisition is alive and well. It's changed its name, but it hasn't changed its purpose. And its purpose is to murder you and subject you to tyranny and to vaccinate you, chip you, surveil you, monitor you, keep you in your house, stay at home, stay at home, stay at home. Why? Because that's where they're going to fry you with Wi-Fi, with 5G, and then no one will be there to help you. And all the people will be dying in their homes and not gathering and not organising against these degenerate governments who have been taken over by traitors. In Australia, ScoMo, Morrison, traitor, motherfucker, degenerate people trafficker. He murders children and eats them after he tortures them for their adrenochrome. They have adrenochrome parties, sex orgies, and then they dress up with a tie and suit and talk nice about, oh, we need to protect you. No, they're not protecting anybody. And I know there's so many stupid, ugly people that will be watching this going, oh, Santos is crazy. Surely the government is there to protect us. They care for us. They make roads and hospitals. No, humans make those things. Honest, good people. The politicians are all degenerate, adrenochrome people traffickers. Where do you think people trafficking comes from? It comes from ordinary people? No, it comes from these very same inquisitional governments. It's time we become true little anarchists and have an uprising, not a revolution, an uprising, and get rid of these fucking degenerates called politicians. We don't need them. We are self-governing. We are intelligent. And that's how we will have a good future, by getting rid of these degenerates, starting with the Pope. I call for an uprising and a mob to encircle the Vatican and get rid of these people. They're not people, they are demons in human suits. They are vampires, they are cannibals and degenerates, acting as us, acting as caring humans. They are not. I know this is going to fall on a lot of deaf ears because, as I said, stupid is stupid. And it's also ugly. I find the doctors, who vaccinate children and traffic drugs because they get a good cash kickback in their back pockets every time they harm people who go to their clinics. People go to homeopathy. Forget allopathy, or what I call allopathetic medicine, funded by the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds and the Vatican. Turn your back on these. They will not help you. They will just address the symptoms, not the causes. They are murderers. Doctors are murderers. Get it in your thick skulls. Wake up, stupids.
Exactly, brother. And this is what is going to happen. Whether it be from the words that we are saying, there will absolutely be an uprising. And I guarantee you, on my behalf, I will be there with them, overthrowing those bastards. And that is what I'm going to do.
That's where...
Yep. I left school to follow my mission. Originally, I wanted to start a business to help people. But now I don't even give a fuck about the money. Right now, people is like, oh, you got to do this and that for your money. I said, no, I'm not doing it for the money. I'm doing it for the truth. I'm doing it to help people free their minds because it is whole. Therefore, it is holy. And I will fucking share this truth and help people see this shit. Because people need to know this, man.
Me too, brother. I'll be fighting shoulder to shoulder with you and all the enlightened, intelligent, illuminated, awakened people out there who are being ridiculed and in the media, and there is an onslaught of attack against the people who are waking up and uprising, rising against this degenerate system. But here's the thing, we must know where the source is. The source is Pope Francis, the degenerate, ugly, murderous motherfucker. He is not a pope. He is not anything other than an ugly, degenerate murderer. Check out all the people he murdered in Argentina when he was a good little Jesuit, degenerate, murdering pig, killing people, murdering innocent people, and shutting down the Argentinian awakening in the 70s. He was behind it all. The most murderous people get to go to the top, whereas all the good people keep getting subjugated, thrown in psych wards, thrown in jail, as I have been 2 times by the Jesuits. I will not be silenced, and I will not go away. I've always been preaching and teaching that the system is ecclesiastical. We must understand that it is a religious inquisition. First. Secondly, it's political. Thirdly, it's economical. And what they got, that's how their propaganda works. The religious propaganda arm is the Vatican. The economical propaganda arm is London City, the corporation. The third propaganda arm is the political / military industrial complex known as Washington, D.C. They are all owned by the same entities, the degenerate bloodline families that call themselves, the Opus Dei families, the Mary Magdalene, bloodlines, etc. The filthy, dirty, rich elite class. They are the ones behind it. And the papacy is our Father who art in heaven. The Queen is the runs DC, the economical branch and Admiralty law, and she is known as I'm trying to get the correct expressions here. Big Daddy is the Pope, Big Mama is the Queen. They always have a trinity. And Big Brother is the United States military-industrial complex. They are using the US military as the military arm infiltrated by the Jesuits. The Jesuits and the Freemasons run the whole system. They are nothing but a bunch of degenerate thugs. They are all pedophiles. They all murder little children, our children. This is why so many children go missing and get trafficked, and nothing, you never hear about them again because of the power and control that they have. But it's time to expose their filthy asses. It's time to put them in jail, pull out the guillotines, get the lynching parties out, bring out the mobs. Time for the mobs, folks. Time for an uprising. Pitchforks, get them out. Let's go. We have no time to waste. These motherfuckers need to be in jail now. Now. It's too late already. We need to get up off our asses and expose them and put them in jail, starting from the Pope, the most degenerate, demonic, and ugly piece of shit. Does he look in the mirror to see how fucking ugly he is? These cardinals, they're all ugly. Notice how ugly they are. All the presidents, all the politicians, Angela Merkel. Oh, that is the best contraceptive. Look at the female politicians. You want a contraceptive? You will never go near a woman again. You will vomit every time you look at a woman. They are so fucking ugly. Only humans look good. These are not humans. I know a lot of people are going to laugh, but one day I'll be the one laughing. I will have the last laugh. I don't care. I've been ridiculed. I've been put in jail. I've been oppressed. I've been laughed at. I've been attacked. You think I care? Do I think I care that these stupid idiots are the ones that are laughing? I've awakened so many intelligent people. My videos on the Vatican exposing them have had billions of hits all around the world. I've woken people up in South Africa, Russia, Iceland, Mexico, United States, everywhere. I have awakened tens and tens of thousands of people, put them on the proper human diet, vegetarianism, and woe to all you nutritionists out there who talk about murdering and trafficking animals and having animal protein for your nutrition. Woe unto you, you fucking murderers. I see so many good, well-intentioned people who talk about diet, and if you have a little bit of chicken bum and cow bum and fish bum and pork bum, you'll be healthy. No, this is how you be healthy and sexy and intelligent. Plant-based diet. All you people who are eating murdered, trafficked, pimped, and exploited animals, you will go to hell. Rest assured, you will go to hell because you are a fucking murderer and exploiter of animals. Thou shalt not kill. That is the highest law. And you are a killer. And you keep telling people to have a little bit of chicken bum. Chicken is good for you. Chicken soup bum. Chicken bum soup. How fucking disgusting. You are disgusting and ugly. Whoever you are that eat meat, you're so ugly. Now, this is where we need to get to. We need to get to the true diet. Frugivore. The Garden of Eden diet. Rest assured, if Adam and Eve were literal, which they weren't running around murdering chickens and eating their bums. They were plucking cherries and apples from trees and living to 1,000 years. That's how you live to 1,000 years. You know, it really surprises me to see how many degenerate, stupid idiots make comments on my vegetarian videos saying, oh, but vegans look like death warmed up. Well, maybe some do, but here's something that you need to know. You are death warmed up, because if you eat rotting, putrefying, murdered, exploited, dead corpse, that's what you are, you degenerate idiot. You are a dead corpse, and you have the cheek, you coward, unknown keyboard warrior, coward and unknown, as you will always be, and you make comments like, oh yes, but vegans don't look good. I'll tell you who don't look good. All the obese people out there. They're not vegans. How did they get so fucking fat? By eating animals' bums, as you do, bum eater. You are what you eat. Why are you? A bum, a degenerate, an exploiter of animals, an animal trafficker, an animal pimp. Shame on you. You're ugly. You stink. All flesh eaters absolutely fucking stink. Their aura stinks of death. They emanate death. They're stupid. They think they're intelligent. Sitting there having a bit of cow bum called veal, you know, nice veal steak with red wine on the menu. Oh yes, I'm going to have a steak tonight. I'll have a little bit of rump, cow's bum, murdered, and a glass of wine. How dare you, you trafficker of animals? As you do, so it will be done to you. And you will be the one to go to jail and get vaccinated and chipped first, because you're stupid. Absolutely stupid. Fancy that, eating animals. How confused can people be that they think that they can take the lives of sentient beings and eat their rotting corpses? You are what you eat. You're a corpse. You're a corpseration and a corpse. How dare you think you can do that? You know, how dare you? Shame on you. I don't mind, you know, the people who are ignorant, who don't have platforms where they teach nutrition and how to be healthy and etc. It's the ones who are teaching this that I'm attacking, not the common person who doesn't know these things. They are ignorant. They need pity. They need help. But we need to remove these idiots from their platforms, these false teachers, pull them off their soapboxes and stop them in their tracks. They are murdering people. You know, they attack, for instance, these people who attack you on YouTube for making, teaching people the true enlightening diet, who say that, you know, vegans are unhealthy. Vegans, they're not obese. They don't go to the hospitals and fill the hospitals with heart disease, piles. We don't have piles because our digestion is very, very smooth, and the food just, and the food, the digested food just dripped out like liquid. We don't have to push animal carcass out of our rear ends and make our anus bleed with piles. You know, we don't stink when we go to the bathroom. I dread having to go to a public bathroom after someone, a carcass cruncher, has been there, because it stinks like hell. They absolutely stink like hell, those public toilets. It's disgusting. And you're going in there, if you don't cover your mouth like I do, you are sniffing in animal bum fart particles. Because what do they do when they fart? They're farting out animal bum farts. And you're breathing in particles of murder. That's how dangerous it is. Rest assured, you go to a public toilet where all those carcass crunchers go, you are breathing in their death and animal exploitation and murder. And I quote Tolstoy. Tolstoy, 100 years ago, said, as long as there are abattoirs, there will be battlefields. So you murderous, degenerate animal eaters, you are the ones who are supporting all the wars, because you turn a blind eye to all the murder and death and trauma that's going on in the abattoirs. Shame on you. Hell is going to be a nice little vacation for you, and you'll go there. Only vegans will ascend to heaven. Flesh eaters, together with all the other murderers, they will go to hell. They will go to hell. there is only one outcome for them. Hell. H-E-double-L. That will be your everlasting damned home where you deserve to go. And I will be the one laughing. I will be laughing. They laugh at me now. They think, oh, yeah, but Santos, you're skinny and you don't look good. I feel great, and I will never have the piles that you have. I will never be as ugly as you. I will never be as stupid as you. I will never be a degenerate murderer, animal trafficker. I have liberated animals. I have liberated millions of chickens and cows and pigs by turning hundreds of thousands of people onto the true, godly, divine diet, the Garden of Eden diet. Thank you very much. Without your help, you degenerate, murderous, animal bum eaters, you are what you eat.
Spot on, brother. Honestly, I would add on to that, but there's nothing more to add on. You have covered it all. And it just annoys me so much when we have all of these ignorant people who, when you tell them these truths, they still turn away from it and say, oh, no, that's not right. Recently, for about a week, mainly because I had these resources at my disposal, I was eating nothing but fruits and nuts, and that was by far the best I had ever felt in my life. And I've been a vegetarian vegan for nearly, how many years? Nearly 2-3 years now. And by far, when I was just eating fruit, water, nuts, by far the best. And I hear all of these people, I have my grandparents who are carcass eaters, they are obese, on all these medicated. They're trying to tell me that I'm wrong and I don't know what I'm talking about. I said, the truth is in your body, mate. You are what you eat. Fuck off.
Yeah, and look at you, man. You are a handsome, intelligent, vibrant, beautiful individual. I mean, you know, you emanate an energy of purity and goodness. You know, this is where we're headed. This is the true way. And unless we knock off these false prophets off their soapboxes teaching nutrition, animal murdering diet as nutrition, we've got no hope, because they are the enforcers of the Inquisition. They are enforcing the Inquisition toward animals by locking them up, caging them, exploiting them, traumatizing them. And they are the ones who are laughing at you, and they're the ones who are hiding all the diseases that they've got, popping pills, big pharma pills, to disguise all the symptoms that they have. I don't take pills. I drink water. You know, I take minerals, vitamin B. I've got all of this great stuff, and I am so healthy and happy and intelligent and sexy and have a great life. And I know that I'm freeing animals by my way of living. So, and I can sleep with a good conscience. I don't have nightmares like they do. I don't have all of the awful and horrible life that they have, including obesity and a fat, ugly gut. Ooh, I mean, look, this is my gut. Yeah. There's me. Thank you very much. That's what I call sexy, and I've never, ever had a gut, ever in my life. I'm 57. I don't have piles and all of that ugly shit. Just sexy, happy, healthy energy, and I love animals, contrary to what all these stupid people... I've had this... once there was this stupid woman from Sydney arguing against one of my posts about how ugly and degenerate animal eaters are, and her argument was, oh, well, I saved 79 dogs and cats in my animal sanctuary from off the street, and I've helped them, and you're attacking me just because I eat meat? Stupid. That's how the mafia guy reasons. The mafia guy, he puts on his nice suit and he opens up charities and orphans for little boys and little children, and publicly his facade is all nice and squeaky clean. I love children and the community. I've got an orphanage and I look after little children. Mafia dude, you are a fucking murderer and a pimp. So you can't be saving animals on the other hand and then murdering them on the other hand, stupid. Like a mafia, you know, like these doctors as well. They don their white suits and people respect them, and they harm and maim and injure thousands of people in their clinics, and like the lawyers who put innocent people in jail, and like the policemen who taser 14-year-old boys because they ride their bicycles on the footpath and aren't social distancing. All of these nice, respectable doctors, policemen, lawyers, mafia men who, oh yes, they save people in there. I've got a charity. I'm a good, decent social man. No, you're a fucking murderer. And so this is to that woman, that stupid woman in Sydney, who had this very long argument on the thread of one of my posts a couple of years ago. I'm going to hark back to her because she's fat, ugly, stupid, and a murderer, and she justifies murdering and putting thousands of dollars of animal bum in her freezer because she's got an animal sanctuary where she saves dogs and cats and looks after them. What a hypocrite. What a stupid, degenerate hypocrite. People are so stupid, there's no cure for stupidity. I'm glad I'm intelligent.
Exactly, brother. And it's so fucked. These grandparents of mine, carcass eaters, I'm a vegan, pure electric food, clear foods going into my body. I'm as fit and as healthy and as vibrant as I'm probably ever going to be. They have the nerve to tell me that one day I'm going to be fat, I'm going to be wrinkled like them. Oh, no words. I just say, fuck off. And they say, oh, why are you getting aggressive? No comment.
No comment. Stupid is stupid. They're already, my father, he was eating sausages one day. This was only about 2 years ago. He's 87 now. And I said to him in Italian, you're going to die, Dad. You're going to die a horrible death, because he's already got all the diseases. He's got arthritis. He's like a walking carcass now. And I said to him, Dad, you're killing yourself. And he turned around and he just about wanted to stab me with a knife. And he looks at me in the face and he says, listen, I'm alive because I've been eating pork. That's how come I'm 85. That's how I got to be there. And I turned around and I said, no, stupid. You are alive because of all the fruit that you have eaten in between your murderous diet. It's the electrical food that has kept you alive. But let me tell you one thing, Dad, you will never reach 100. Vegans, vegetarians, they live 300, 400, 500, 600 years of age because they electrify and put voltage in your body. You will not reach 100. All carcass crunchers die of heart disease and bowel cancer and all kinds of piles and as disgusting, stinky diseases in their 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. I don't want to live that short. I'm going to live forever through my electrical voltage diet. I'm not going to be staring at death when I get to 90. I'll be the same as this. My body is still the same as it was when I was 18. My family, my sisters, one of my sisters keeps reminding me, every time she sees me, she says, wow, you still have your 18-year-old body. Yeah, because I don't eat shit.
Exactly. And these people have the nerve to go and say, I was listening to this argument from my grandmother the other day about some sort of soup with beef, broth, or whatever it is, stock. And they're saying, oh, it helps you lose weight. This doctor is saying that. And I go to her and I start looking at the ingredients. I'm like, okay, what is so good for this that it's helping you? It's like, oh, I can have this soup. It's giving me iron and everything, all from the beef and everything. And I go, and the only thing that is in the beef stock besides the bones. That's how they make it. Boiling the bones of these poor sentient beings is vegetables. And they say, oh, I get the iron from the bones. There's less than 1% of iron coming from that. You stupid moronic woman. Fucking hell.
And they don't even realize that the iron in animal products is the wrong isotope. The body cannot assimilate that isotope. I think it's 48, whereas 47 or one number off is the correct isotope. So the isotope of iron that they think they are getting from animals, they are not. So they're harming themselves, and this is why they've got these big, fat, ugly guts. The last thing I ever want is a fat, ugly gut like my father, who's always had this, he's always had this gut like this.
Yeah.
It's about that big, my father's gut. That has been the most wonderful incentive for me to stay slim and sexy for the rest of my life. Seeing people with fat guts, it's the most unsexy, creepy, demonic thing, because there's nothing in there but parasites. It's a colony of parasites tightly wrapped around each other, growing and growing and growing. And this big fat gut they've got is a parasitic colony, an infestation of parasites, because the only way they can push carcass through their GI system is because of the help of the parasites. They get the parasites from the meat, the parasites colonize their GI tract, and they eat the meat. The only nutrition they get is the vegetables, the side dish that they have with the rotting corpse. That's where the nutrition comes. The parasites don't worry about that. They eat the flesh, and then they do all the poo and farts in their GI tract, and that's why every time they fart, they stink like all hell has broken loose, and you've got to run for the hills. And what happens is they get hungry, they're really hungry, and they think, oh, only meat satisfies my appetite. Yeah, because it satisfies the appetite of the parasites, you stupid human beings. I wouldn't call them human beings, actually. I call them animals. These are animals. People who eat flesh are animals in human suits. They have not humanized or divinized, which is the latter stage of their evolution. People are either humans, mundane, or animals, animalistic demons. And that's how I see these people in human skins. They know nothing but animals, and they cannot reason enough to pull themselves out of this debauchery because they haven't humanized, nor have they divinized. And how do you divinize? Well, you go on a human diet for a start. They laugh at you. Oh, you eat grass, do you? Oh, that's funny. Last time I checked, horses eat only grass. Cows are vegetarian. Gorillas, elephants, giraffes, and horses have something which is called horsepower. So every time you speak of energy, you quote a vegetarian animal. You don't say lion power, because lions don't have power. They eat carcass and sleep all day, because that's what happens when you eat rotting corpse. You have to sleep all day. Horses, they sleep on their feet. Lions, they sleep on their lazy ass, carcass crunching bodies, because guess what? Every time you eat carcass, you acidify your body and you don't have voltage. So you have to sleep it off. Cows, horses, they only sleep about 10 minutes a day, and they can stand on their four legs all day long, run around, they have stamina, they are healthy, they are beautiful, and you, carcass cruncher, You laugh at me because I have horsepower, and you have to sleep all day because you eat bums. Your diet consists of bums. You are what you eat. And they laugh at you. You eat grass, do you? Yeah, the same as a horse who has horsepower. What do you have, degenerate?
Exactly, brother. It is so fucked how these controllers have just come in at some point. I'm not sure when, but at some point they came in when we dropped in consciousness for whatever reason, astrologically. That's why I believe, or I don't believe, I know this is going on now because we are about to peak in consciousness again. We are at that point. Astrologically, you know your stuff. The age of Aquarius, which is the age of information, communication, which is why we're doing it. But it begs the question, all of us, starting us along the line of meat eating and carcass eating and everything that's going on with the corona. What is their agenda, and what do you think, like, long term, their goal is for us? What they're trying to do?
Their goal is to keep us from divinizing, optimizing, and ascending. Those are the three best words I can use. Transcending is another word. You see, in the Bible, the model of the perfect man, Jesus, or woman, is taught in the Bible. It's actually a sacred, ancient book which gives you the model to follow, to ascend. As Jesus says, take courage, I have conquered the world. The Christian philosophy is a great philosophy. It teaches you the path to ascension. They are enemies of this ancient theological science, and they want people to practice death and murder so that we can, rather than ascending and escaping limitations and conditions, they want us to reincarnate as slaves time and time again on this plane to do their dirty work. They want to be able to be lords over their subjects, over their slaves, control them, manipulate them, poison them, use them as labour in their farms and plantations and factories, and they want us to do jobs rather than work. Work is good work, ascension work. They want us to get a job just over broke, and they want to indoctrinate us, keep us dumb, so that we don't become the gods that we were once and that we can be. They don't want us to go into the higher mind, the Christ mind. They want us to stay in the lower chakras of demonic survival, perverted sex, and power. They don't want us to get into the heart chakra to experience love and peace and prosperity on this earth. They don't want us to go up to the the throat chakra, where we can speak our philosophical truth. They don't want us to go to the pineal chakra, where we can keep our eyes simple that Jesus spoke about, to light a candle and put it above the table so that the whole world can see your light. They don't want us to enter into the crown chakra, where we can be crowned with Christic halos and knowledge and intelligence. That's why they vaccinate and maim our little children in the hospital, to deprive them of this Christ energy which is coming, which is upon us, which is awakening humanity. They realize that we are awakening fast, and they need to stop this at all costs. Otherwise, they will lose their plantation of slaves. They will lose their herd mentality. They will lose their indoctrinated useless eaters and useful idiots, the two classes of people that they use the useful idiots to enslave the useless eaters, but both of those classes will be dealt with by them because they do not have any respect at all for the enforcers of this system, the policemen, the armies, the doctors, and all the professionals, so-called professionals, they are so stupid. They are the worst despicable humans because they call themselves professionals and they use their authority to enforce the Inquisition and enable it and facilitate it with their authority. And they get on TV and they tell people that, oh, you've got to follow the directives of social distances and wearing your mask. These are all absolutely evil, manipulative, and destructive teachings that are harming us. People, get out of your houses. Do not wear a mask and tell the Inquisition to fuck off and go to hell. And all the policemen and all these major stupid enforcers, useful idiots, you nurses and doctors, you are despicable. You are fucking murderers. And we're going to call you out. There are a lot of doctors who are waking up, calling these bastards and murderers out. Doctors, you are murderers. We know this. We will not get away with this any longer. Get the fucking hell out of these hospitals and stop murdering children. Stop vaccinating them because you are going to jail. And you nurses who think you are so precious and better than everybody else because you're a nurse. Get on to homeopathy and naturopathy and natural remedies, you stupid idiots. Disgusting idiots. The worst people are these useful idiots called professionals. They are stupid enforcers of the Inquisition. And the Inquisition is still there. It has changed its name in 1965, but it did not change its purpose, nor its intent, nor its evil. Just its name. It still exists until such time as we deal with the Vatican, the Roman Curia, the Holy See, and all these blasphemous entities, and the papal bulls, and the congressional bills, and all these parliamentary rules and regulations that we are following. They are not the Constitution. They are not law. All of these policemen are following codes which belong to them, not the people who pay the taxes to keep them in office. Any office that you have is inquisitional. Officers belong to the Inquisition. They are registered and they belong to the Inquisition. Anyone who calls himself an officer is an officer of the Inquisition. Hence, we have the Office of Finance, the Office of Defense, the Ministry of Defense, the Ministry of Finance. All of these ministries, why are they called ministries? Why is our government now a ministry and have officers, police officers? Because those two words are key words of the Inquisition and always have been. Since the Templars began the Crusades and then they transmuted themselves into the Jesuits and the Benedictines and the Dominicans and the Franciscans, we have had 800 years of hell of inquisitions, ministries, and officers. We need to have policemen, not police officers. We need to have the Department of Defense come back, not, or the defense, it's the true constitutional name, not the Ministry of Defense. That's run by the Jesuits because they are a religious, ecclesiastical, inquisitional ministry. Let's get rid of the ministries. We don't need ministers and officers. They are degenerate thugs. They need to go to jail. We need to get the nooses out, the guillotines, and lynch these motherfuckers now. If you want peace, whoever you are, whether you are stupid or intelligent out there, here's how to do it. Get rid of the Pope. now, first, then the Jesuits, the Vatican, the corporations, the filthy Freemasons, all of these clubs and groups, Salvation Army, Red Cross, they are all your enemies. Mark my word, or perish in hell. That's your choice. It's your choice. You die fighting like a warrior, or you go along with it all and you inherit everlasting damnation and perdition. It's your choice. Stupidity or intelligence. You've been warned.
Exactly. Oh my God. Brother, they are going down, whether it is going to be from my dying breath. I am going to fight. We are going to fight. Those of us with intelligence, we're going to fight. And we are going to see these bastards gone. Because this is not how we should be living. How we're living now is the modern day slavery. I've heard so many people say it. And no, we're not slaves. We are meant to be free and live in unity as one. And by God, I am going to help see that through. Somehow, some way, I'm going to see it through. And for you and all the doctors and everyone that's been sharing the truth, I thank you from the whole of my heart. People say the bottom, I say from the whole of it. Thank you for sharing these truths to everyone. Thank you so much. And another topic that is also being used on, not topic, another aspect of ourselves that's being used against us is sex. Holy crap. How messed up is people's views and knowledge of sex? My God.
Yeah, again, the Jesuits subverted and co-opted the schools of teaching about sex. Once upon a time, all the temples in India, they had scenes of tantric sex and beautiful, holy, godly sex, and how to practice the Kama Sutra and how to practice correct non-ejaculatory sex. In fact, that's what a seminary is. Why do you send young boys to a seminary? To learn what to do with the semen. Because the Jesuits subverted those seminaries, and now they are teaching all kinds of pedophilia and debauchery and ejaculatory sex. Once upon a time, humans knew how to revitalize their body by having an implosion orgasm and not an explosion ejaculatory orgasm. Every time you have an ejaculation, you empty your brain, your intelligence, you empty all of the nutrients that are required to support your nervous system and purify your blood, and give all the nutrients to create a 13th cranial nerve called the Christ nerve. You deplete your health, you get old, wrinkly, and ugly, you get stupid, and all ejaculators are the ones who are supporting the venereal disease industry, which doesn't need to exist, the abortion industry, which doesn't need to exist, and the contraceptive industry, which doesn't need to exist. Fancy stupid humans, stupid women, taking the pill which destroys their hormones forever, and fancy stupid men who put a balloon on their penises because they are incontinent and incompetent, and after 5 seconds of thrusting about like a monkey, they have this orgasm, ejaculation, where they have emptied their brains out, hence they are stupid, impregnated their ugly, stupid partner, who is now pregnant and didn't want to be. So the dickhead tells his stupid partner, oh, run off to the abortion industry and murder the fuck out of our child and kill it and traumatize it. And then the pharmaceutical industry will take that aborted fetus and put it in vaccines and give it to the world. And you will go to hell because you have murdered your child, given it to an industry which has now injected it into hundreds of humans, sending them off to everlasting damnation and perdition. And we are going to go to hell, but we sure did have 5 minutes of great sex, even though now I'm tired and I have to sleep because I don't have any more nutrients, because the sperm is where all your godly conscious energy is, and you have dumped it into a little rubber thing or dumped it into a prostitute's vaginal bits, and she's now run off because she got pregnant and has gone to traumatize herself with an abortion. And all of these demonic things and industries that we are supporting because we are incontinent little boys and women, stupid beyond. See, this is what happened before the Jesuits inverted the seminaries, teaching people what to do with their semen. People were healthy and lived for thousands of years, and so the Jesuits taught two things to dumb people down. Eat murdered, rotting corpse, so you put death in here, and ejaculate, so at the other end you are expelling life from your body. Death in here and depleting your life from the bottom end. Death in, life out. And this is what people are doing. They go to church, and the pastors don't teach them in the seminaries anymore. They teach, oh, you have a nice plate of pork and chicken bum and cow bum and ejaculate with your wife and have children, as many as you like, every night. So here you've got these good little Christians going off to church, eating rotting corpse, putting death in here, and then after their meal they go to bed with their wives, and after 5 minutes of duration, wow, that's really nice and long, isn't it? Very romantic. They explode all of their life out of them into their stupid wives, who are willingly accepting their Christic fluids, their chrism, their charisma, eating it. Sometimes they eat it because they think if they swallow the ejaculations of their husbands, they are actually getting nutrition and enlightenment. No, they are becoming more stupid. Hence, look at all the women who swallow, this sacred fluid. Look at them. See how ugly, stupid, degenerate they are. And they're killing their partners and killing themselves. And then half of the time, when they take the fluid in their generative system, well, sometimes they want the child, and sometimes they want to abort it, murder it. And the abortion industry is run by the Jesuits. That's why they have this demonic ideology. It's your body, it's your right. Yeah, I guess so. You are free to go to hell, because abortion is murder. You do not murder. And then they say, oh, but we have the right. Yeah, you have the right to work out how to have safe sex, not with contraceptives, but by being continent, like I am. The sex that I've been practicing since 2012 is white tantra. I can have sex for 16 hours in a row, and at the end, I am more energized, more sexy, more healthy, and more ready to have another 16 hours of sex by not ejaculating. And I have millions and millions of internal sustained orgasms and consciousness raising through sex. That's what they used to teach in the seminaries. How to have sex all day long, because the moment you ejaculate, that's it. You have to sleep, and you have to regenerate, and you have to start again. And every time you have sex, you start from the very, very animalistic base function, whereas when you don't have an ejaculation, the moment where you stop, the intensity that you generate at the end of your sexual intercourse is where you begin the next time. So the next time you have sex the next day, you begin on another platform, on another level, a higher level, where you and your partner can raise the consciousness up to the divinity. Every time you ejaculate, the next day when you have sex, you start again from the animal-based, lustful passion stage, and you have to, it's like Groundhog's Day. You just go round and round in circles, and you don't regenerate your soul by having bad sex. Sex, this is a good subject. I'm glad you brought it up, because all the subjects we've brought up now are the ones that I've been preaching for years. The proper ascension diet, proper ascension sex, and proper intelligent, sovereign, sovereignty, I guess. I'm trying to look for the word for anarchy. I don't really like using the word like anarchy, because it's been weaponized, just like vegan has been weaponized. Now you've got a whole bunch of retarded vegans who only do it for some stupid reason, not all the reasons. Oh, because we love animals. After 20 years of being vegan, they go back to eating meat because they didn't do it for the right reason. And they ate all of the elites' vegan processed food. You know, they have lots of processed sugar and all kinds of stupidity, rather than growing their own gardens and eating nutritional, proper vegan food. So when you talk about anarchy, which is a good thing, and veganism, which is a good thing, because they've been weaponized, you've got all these stupid, retarded idiots who now have filled their brains with shit. And, oh, vegan is a bad word, and anarchy is bad because it means, I don't know, because I'm too fucking stupid, but I will repeat all kinds of bullshit that I've been indoctrinated with, so I'm a retard, and I like being retarded. The worst thing in the world is stupidity. I just hate stupid. And there's so many stupid, stone, motherless, fucking stupid, dumb as dog shit people out there who think they're smart. Professionals and officials and people with authority. They are the most stupid and incompetent, incontinent degenerates who are paving a beautiful road to hell for themselves. They won't listen to any of this. Probably because of the way that it's, I mean, my way of transmitting the truth sometimes is a little bit brutal and aggressive, but I don't care. It's still the truth. I don't care what people think of me. People will say, oh, Santos is aggressive. Yeah, but go to your guru who's really nice and sweet. And, yeah. Eat chicken bum because you need protein. Ejaculate your brains out and be stupid, because the orgasm is so, the ejaculation is so nice. And I'm nice. I'm a guru. And I'm protecting my guru status on the internet. But, of course, behind the scenes, I'm a fucking degenerate drunk, drug addict, and an angry motherfucker. But I'm so smiley and nice when I'm on the internet. Look at me. Look at all the pictures of me on the internet. I'm a guru. You see, these gurus, I absolutely smash them off their soapboxes. Idiots like the Globies, you know, like Cullen Smith, the degenerate par excellence of the universe. Danny Wilton, supreme cartoonist and moron. False teacher. Christopher Lord, plagiarist and degenerate misleader and false prophet. Max Egan, upside down spinning. He's in Australia. He's really supporting globalism, global warming, global governance, global economy, global religion. He's a big fan of the globe, the Jesuit globe. You know, the globe with no balls, the Santa ball. Oh, yes, but he's always telling people, oh, yeah, I'm an alternative media guy. Yeah, alternative media, Max, means alternative bullshit and lies. Because unless you are a stationary, horizontal, level earth teacher, you are a fucking demon liar. And that's what you are. You're a degenerate liar, because that's the other truth that the Jesuits invented. The globe, 500 years ago. Copernicus was a Jesuit. Look up Copernicus in Wikipedia. and Pope Paul III. Oh no, I'm not going to do that. I don't want to learn the truth. Well, here's the truth. When you go to Wikipedia and you go to the third paragraph of Pope Paul III, did I break up?
Yeah, you just broke up a little bit.
Where?
You were talking about going to the third paragraph on Pope Paul III.
Okay. When you go there, you'll see that Copernicus, the lying demon Jesuit and his globe with no ball, he dedicated his book, Revolutions, The Earth Does Not Revolve, it's stationary as per revolution bullshit, to Pope Paul III.
Oh no. Call looks like it's breaking up.
Bageun are standing upside down in Australia trying to fall off the bottom of the Santa Bowl. Good luck to you, Max. I hope you fall off the bottom of the Santa Bowl in Australia there, down under. What a joke. And these people call themselves truthers. I'm going to pull them off their soapboxes and push them off the bottom of their Santa Bowl. So those are the biggest lies. The globe and the Inquisition, which comes from it, global governance, that comes from a globe which does not exist, retards. Ejaculating, which I'm sure he does, I'm sure they all do, all these globies, they all ejaculate, and they eat barbecued bum. You poor, degenerate, murderous, false prophets. Your teachings, from your own mouths, you are going to hell. That's where you're going.
Yeah. Sorry about that, Santos. A bit when you were talking about every time you mentioned Pope Paul Francis III, the call kept cutting out. Every single time you mentioned that name, cut out, froze completely. So
the name is Pope Paul III. His name is Alessandro Farnese. Farnese is probably the worst family. The Castros come from the Farnese family. They created the Jesuits together with the Borgia, the de Medici family, the Borghese family. But those two families, Farnese, Pope Paul III, he funded Copernicus. Copernicus dedicated his book, Revolutions, to Pope Paul III. That's in Wikipedia under Pope Paul III. Just in case it broke out before, I'm sorry if I'm repeating, but it's very important for all the intelligent researchers out there. Listen to me. Listen. Do your research properly. Jesuits created the globe. The earth is not spinning. It is a horizontal, flat plane. It does not move. The heavens above are moving. So all of these false teachers who are teaching anything, unless you are teaching that the earth is stationary horizontal plane, we will never get anywhere. You are supporting globalism, global warming, another farce, global ideology, the global family, the global bullshit religion, global economy. There's no globe. It doesn't exist. Only exists in CGI pictures. There are no photos of spherical Earth. They are all CGI images. Do not bow down to false images. Do not bow down to false idols. Anyone who bows down and teaches globalism and the globe is a false prophet, a false teacher, misleading people, leading them astray.
Exactly, brother. And this is the kind of stuff that they teach in the schools. Me, being young, I'm only 17. I'm about to turn 18 this year. Only last year did I leave school, and they are teaching all of these harmful practices and information in the schools, and it just makes me sick what they are teaching the next generations that are to come, especially about the globe, the false globe, false lying pieces of shit. It is
Creepy.
so messed up.
Creepy. And all of you buffoons who have YouTube channels who know that the Earth is stationary and flat, because if you don't, you're stone muddle as fucking stupid. If you haven't come to that conclusion yet with your own eyes and ears and senses, you can't tell the Earth is stationary when you look at the level oceans and all the photographs which show hundreds of miles of flat Earth. And you've got YouTube channels, all of you, I'm going after you forever. I will have the last laugh, and I'm warning you and putting you on notice. Get off YouTube and shut the fuck up. You are false prophets. You are false teachers. You are ugly, stupid, and misleader. All of you. Cullen Smith, Christopher Lord, all of you. I'm going to put you all in a box and throw you off the bottom of your Santa globe, together with Copernicus and the Jesuits and the New World Order, which you belong to. Get off YouTube. You're a bunch of retards and liars. I have no respect for globies. None of them. No respect. Upside down, spinning, retarded idiots. You're all vertical. You're all vertical. We are all vertical on a horizontal plane. That's why they call it a planet, because it's plane. That's the root of the word planet. A planet, a plate, a plateau. Even in the Bible, it calls it a plateau. The earth is a plateau. Even in the Bible, there's hundreds of verses that says, I have made the earth stationary and immovable. It will never move till time's indefinite. I have made it firm and fixed. I am the Lord. I created the earth stable. No one will move it. It will never move till time's indefinite. Fixed and firm. I can quote many psalms, many scriptures where the Bible, which a lot of Christian idiots quote, and they can't even tell that the Bible is a flat earth book, astrological flat earth book. Shame on you. Shame on your stupidity and ignorance. Ignorance will kill you. It will murder you. It will send you straight to hell where you deserve and belong. You deserve to be there. You what? You'll be there.
Exactly, brother. And then you have all of these people that say, oh, if the earth is flat, how are we still on the earth if it's not spinning? What about gravity?
Stupid is stupid. Gravity. Oh my God. Another theory. Why hasn't it been upgraded like germ theory? For 200 years, we have this stupid, idiotic teaching, germ theory, and it's never been upgraded, just like the ball theory, the globe theory. Copernicus clearly called it a theory. He said, do not believe this as absolutely true. It's only a hypothesis to explain certain phenomena. So germ theory, globe theory, Big Bang theory, relativity theory, evolution theory, they are only stupid fucking theories. They are not true. This is how they delude humanity. And many are deluded. Oh, are they deluded? Oh, stupid is so ugly. How, they laugh at flat earthers. Oh, they're going to fall off the edge. And you, stupid, are not falling off the bottom of your Santa fucking ball. We're the ones laughing at you, you morons, who keep like a parrot repeating stupid. This is how they got people to be stupid, to make stupid teachings like, oh, the flat earthers are going to fall off the edge. There is no edge, you dickheads. When I sleep on my horizontal, firm, stable bed, I don't fall off because I'm not stupid. If you're sleeping on your bed, you wake up on your bed. You don't wake up, oh shit, how did I fall down? You must be pretty fucking stupid if you fall off your bed because it's stationary, number one, and it's level and horizontal. If I stand on a table, and unless someone moves it, I won't fall off the edge because I'm intelligent. You know, if I see the edge of the earth, I say, oh, there's the edge. I won't go there because I'm intelligent. You know, don't fall off the edge of the earth because there's no edge, number one. And if you're stupid, you will. Oh, God, where do you begin? Where do you begin? Oh, they're going to fall off the edge. Aren't I so cute and smart by saying such a stupid, fucking parroted, moronic, demonic teaching? And I'll continue to laugh at them until I go to hell, and then I'll go, oh, shit. Oh, yeah, okay. They were right, weren't they? All the ones we called stupid because we were stupid. Oh, God. I mean, I'm doing my best to awaken the stupid, but stupid is stupid.
Exactly right. And the best we can do is to keep sharing this, and the intelligent, smart, sentient ones will get it, and they will share it like a ripple effect.
Yeah. So I probably want to finish with this because I'm sure there's so many cheeky-ass idiots out there who are laughing at me, who have YouTube channels and big followings. I'm warning you and I'm telling you to your face, all of you, I know who you are. You are degenerate fucking liars, supporting the globe, globalism, global ideologies, global governance that's right in your backyard ready to chip your fucking ass, you liars. All of you degenerate fucking globy liars, get vertical now, or you've got my wrath coming for your ass, and I'm going to have the last laugh. I will be laughing forever at you, and I'm targeting you, and I'm coming for you, all you degenerating, ejaculating, bum-eating globies. They are the worst. The ejaculators, supporting all the abortion industry, the bum eaters who are supporting, turning a blind eye to all the suffering in the abattoirs, and the globies who are supporting the Jesuit global agenda 21, agenda 30, all based on the same globe, which doesn't exist. I'm coming after you, and I will never ever stop. Cullen Smith, you degenerate fucking liar, false prophet, you're number one. And then all the rest of the retards who follow you, ejaculating and murdering, just like the retard that you are. I'm coming after you, and I will never stop until you go to hell or you get removed from your platform for fucking ever. Thank you very much. That's my mission.
Spot on.
I'm going after all the false prophets. Just like Elijah, he said, Jehovah God, please, the prophets of Baal, the bullshit, Baal, let me slaughter them. And he took them to the valley of Kishron, and he slaughtered all the false prophets. That's my job. I am Elijah reincarnated, and I have a sword that I am wielding in my right hand, and who I will cut the legs off is the globies first, then the ejaculators, then the bum eaters. I'm coming after you, and so is the wrath of the heavens, to bring peace on earth through truth. Not there is no truth, Max Egan. There is only truth. Lying retard. Thank you very much, Julian. Thank you, brother.
No worries. Before we wrap things up, there's one more thing I wanted to talk about very, very quickly. Now, This is something that I struggle with. I will be honest about it, is the actual practices in action into retaining the seed and preventing the expulsion ejaculation. I'll be honest, this is something that I am still learning, and because I am a teenager and I've got all these hormones, it is raging and it is incredibly hard to control. So I was wondering if you had any practices that you could give, not only to me, but I'm sure to the countless other people, men, women, about this and how to do it properly.
First and foremostly, when you are with your partner, do not be an incontinent imbecile, thinking only of your reward. Most men, when they get in a romantic situation, All they think about is the prize at the end, the reward that they're going to pat themselves with. They're going to have an ejaculation and that's it. And so they get there and their mind is already programmed. And they give no pleasure to the woman. They give no affection, romance, love, and care to the woman. They only care about themselves and their pleasure. Remove this from your mind. Think only to pleasure the woman, to give her love, to be sincere, to give her some time to warm up. It takes an hour. You won't get anything decent out of a woman within an hour. They've got to be warmed up. They're much slower. They can't turn it on so quickly. All those women who have quickies, 5-minute quickies, they're whores. You don't want to be with a whore. Any woman who says, oh, let's have a 5-minute quickie, run away. She's a whore. She's a stupid whore. You need a good woman. And a woman who spends at least an hour in foreplay where you control yourself and do not think of your reward. That's the first thing you have to do. Then you will pleasure her, you will give her time, you will allow her to trust you, accept you, and to let your love come into her. Secondly, breathe. It's through the controlling of your breath that you will stop the passage. There's a little tap where if you breathe, you can close the perineum, you can close the muscles down below, the same muscles that you use to stop your bathroom functions, solids, liquids, and gas. So if you don't want to release liquids and wet yourself, you go, those are the muscles. So every now and then you need to squeeze those muscles down below, get to know them, because they are the ones that will save you. Now, if you can't breathe, if you don't have enough control of your breath and enough control of those muscles, that sometimes people are incontinent and they wet their pants or they poo their pants or they cannot control their flatulence. Well, because those muscles haven't been exercised. And when they get old, now they have no control over them. So you have to start controlling, squeeze them. Squeeze, let go, squeeze, let go. Get to know them. You don't have to squeeze hard. It's very, very subtle. But all I do is I just consciously breathe some breath into those muscles, and that's it. That's all I need. I will never have an ejaculation. Now, a third thing is this. If you still leak a little bit of fluid, grab your 3 fingers or 2 fingers and press them in between the anus and the testes. In between the anus and the testes, there is that much space. And you put your 3 fingers in there and you will block the canal. That's what I used to do at the start in between 2007 and 2012 until I learnt how to master this with my breath and my muscles. I use my fingers. It's a little bit more inconvenient and awkward, but you must do this. You must stop that because you will lose your brain power. You will age, get wrinkly, die, disease. You will deplete your nervous system. You will acidify your blood. You will ruin your health. So those are the 3 things. Eventually, with breath, some people expel the breath. So you just go, you suck. If you suck, take a big suck and stop your breath. That's another way of doing it, and squeeze down below. That will stop you from going beyond the point of no return. And then you can start again. Suck when you get too close. Breathe, relax, then start again. And you can do this, 10 minutes at a time. So how to master it, first off, is to remember not to seek a reward. Just go into the romantic experience thinking only to please your partner. Eventually, you will master this, and then together you will create a unified consciousness where the energy goes up your spine into your head, and that's where you have sex. The most creative sexual organ is the mind. And that's where you want to go up with your partner, become one consciousness, alchemically, experience the marriage of the Lamb, where you are one and where you are blissful and you are having sacred sex, not profane sex, ejaculating and murdering yourself and your aborted children and all kinds of venereal diseases. And oh my God, all you have to do is learn this and you will be the mystical master of all things.
Wow, Santos, I cannot thank you enough for those beautiful words of wisdom. And I want to thank you so much for being on here on this video call today. It truly means the world to me, brother.
Thank you. I appreciate it very much. And let's get this podcast out to as many people as possible, because they need to hear the truth as it is, not as the false preachers are teaching it, because they've got no idea. They are clueless. They give you a lot of one truth, but none of the others. This is poison. Right. It's like filling it with water and putting a drop of arsenic in it. It's still poison.
Exactly right. That is the problem. With all of this information, it is always polarized. It's either one or the other, instead of the whole truth, the middle path, which is the correct path, the holy path. And that is the way we're going to go, brother. And this is how we're going to free the minds and bodies and souls of everyone. And we will do it, brother. I'm with you. Yep. Anyway, yeah, thank you for being on. Hopefully we can do more videos like this in the future, share more truth in the coming days. And yeah, thank you so much for everyone watching on my end. If you don't know Santos's work, please go follow him on Mr. Astrotheology. He has countless of presentations teaching all of this, and I vouch for him. Being someone who has followed him for years, all his teachings, and done my own research, and had experience to back it up, I vouch for him, because he is a truther, and he's sharing 100% unfiltered truth.
Absolutely. Put me aside, remove me from the picture. I'm only a carrier, a messenger of the truth. But in my channel, Mr. Astrotheology, you will learn all of these truths and more. Thank you very much, Julian.
All right.
Take care.
You too, brother. Bye-bye.